Hey everybody, this is Dumb Waldo from vaporsforum.com, and I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about voltage, and we're going to play around a little bit with my Prodigy and my exhaler. Let me run down really quick what we have here. We have my multimeter with the two probes. There's a black clip and a red clip that can go onto the end of the multimeter, and I'm going to be using those in a little bit. We have a true DSE 901 atomizer. It's an SLB. This one particular is from eLiquid Planet. We got a pair of Tenergy LifePo 750 CR123 batteries. There's a screwdriver over here with a hex bit that will fit into the set screw of my exhaler, which is right here, with the end cap and the Delrin cap. I've got my Prodigy body. I have two Prodigy switches. We have the unresisted switch here, and we have the one with the resistor right here. There's the adapter for the Prodigy, the final button, and the end cap. Now, the one thing that you haven't seen yet is this right here. And what this is this is a 901 to 510 adapter with a red wire soldered to the positive, a black wire soldered to the body. Over here is a 901 connector with the wires soldered on accordingly, red for positive, black for negative. There is a bit of wire, there's a bit of excess bare wire on the red and the black wires, so that I will be able to hook these alligator clips up to it. And the reason for that is because I want to do some testing with the atomizer connected. And you need something like this in order to be able to get your testers in to test under the load of an atomizer. There's a lot of stuff on the desk here, and I'm going to get some of it out of the way right now, specifically the exhaler, because I'm going to try and keep everything on camera when I'm doing it and not have any wires passing off of the camera or anything. So I'm going to start with the Prodigy, and I'm going to take the switch that has no resistor in it, and I'm going to put that together with the button, and get that lined up, and you can see the no resistor switch going into the Prodigy. I'll put the adapter cap on, and as a quick little tip for anybody that has a Prodigy V1, I leave the adapter a little bit loose, I throw the batteries in, and I give them a good push. I put my battery cap on, and then I screw the adapter down the rest of the way, just to make sure that the adapter and the switch are making good contact with each other. So I'm going to put my Prodigy aside for just one quick second, and I'm going to fire up my multimeter, and I'm going to turn it to ohms, because the first thing that I want to do here is take my two probes and test the resistance on the atomizer so that we can see. 3.2 ohms of resistance. It's a pretty standard 901 atomizer. That's a pretty standard number. Sometimes it can fluctuate a little bit higher, sometimes it can fluctuate a little bit lower, but that is pretty standard. So we take the Prodigy, and we're going to screw this little rig that I made onto the end of it here. And we're going to set that down. Turn the multimeter to volts and start hooking up my little clips. Now the red one is very important to not touch the body, because I don't want to short anything out. And it looks like everything is in cam there. Let me press the button on my Prodigy, and we've got 6.63 volts, 6.64 volts, 6364, somewhere around there. Okay, so we're going to take a little post-it notepad really quick, and we're going to write 6.64 no load. Put that to the side, and take the atomizer now, and the atomizer is going to connect to the atomizer connector on the end here. And that's going to give us some resistance on the atomizer. So when I hit the button, we're going to have a lower number. And I can hear that atomizer roasting away in there. We've got about 4.4, was that 5.46? Yeah, 5.46. I'm going to write 5.45. So we've got 5.45 with the atomizer. Now these numbers are going to act as a benchmark for us because this is what we're going to get from a 6-volt device without any resistance built into it. Let me disconnect this so I'm not restricted here. I'm going to take apart the Prodigy because I have a hard time taking the switch in and out with the battery cap on and the tension in there. So let me just take everything apart, slide the switch out, and we have a resistor switch. There's the resistor switch. I'm going to take the button and move that over to here. Put the batteries down, and you can see the switch with the resistor is sliding in there now. And I'm going to take the atomizer off. Because the first thing we take a look at is no load, 6.59. 6.59. Now let's write that down. 6.59. No load. So we had 6.64 in the unresisted switch and 6.59 in the resisted switch. So there's nominal difference. It's virtually nothing. Take the atomizer. And we put that on there. And now let's hit the button. And we're getting 4.8 volts. .8 versus 5.45. That's a much bigger difference than our no load numbers. So we can establish that the resistor does indeed work, even though without a load there is virtually no difference shown. So let's take the Prodigy off of here